Good morning, students. So, let me continue with where we have left. Earlier, we are discussing about the APIs, different APIs which are provided by different organizations, uh, which can be used, by us. So, I gave you the definition about what is an API. That it is a set of programming instructions and standards for accessing the web-based programs. Means to access the programs we are going to use this APIs. They are the set of instructions and also the standards for using the web-based programs. And here we have noted one important point here that they are now here the APIs allows one program to speak another. Means here one program is talking with another program. Okay. So it doesn't have any user interface where the user is going to interact with them, but in fact, these are actually the programs which are going to interact with one another to get back the results there. And in the last class, I discussed about how the API also uh, works. Next, we will today talk about the various API creators and how the means how we can use them. So there are lot of APIs that can be used in your to link your organization with your cloud application. Okay, so a lot of APIs are there which can be used to link your organization with your cloud applications. So whatever is required, they may be readily available to you. If not, you can create your own APIs. So what you need to do here is you need to search for those APIs, and then you can use them to build up your applications. So first, if we talk about the Google Gadgets, so what is this Google Gadgets here? It is a desktop search application that enables users to search their email, files, web history, and chats. So what the gadgets is going to do, the Google Gadgets is going to do here is it is going to search your files, your emails, your web history, and chats here. And this searching is done generally on your desktop. So it is actually called as an Google's desktop search. So it makes it possible for the user to find the applications. Find the information on their computers as fast as easily as they can search for the web in the Google. So you know that in fact we know that we generally use this Google search engine. So the Google search engine is used to search for any kind of data, any kind of information. Okay, so as we get the faster search results on when you are using this Google search, the same Google the desktop search is going to search your computer to get back the best results which are found, best results in your system. So this Google Gadgets is composed of mainly the three languages: the XML, HTML, and JavaScript. So if you talk about the XML here, this is the language that you can use to write the gadget specification. Okay, and a gadget is just an XML file. A gadget is actually an XML file. Yeah. So it is going to use the XML. This language it is used to write the gadget specifications. The gadget is a just an XML file placed on the web somewhere. Uh, Google can find it. So this contains instructions how to process and render the gadget. The XML file can contain all the data, or it can all the data, or it can have a reference URLs where the data can be found. So this is the language which is used to write the gadget specification. So it is an XML file actually placed on the web somewhere. The Google can find it. Means the Google is going to find this particular file, and it contains instructions how to process and render the gadget here. So it contains all the data, or it can have the URLs where the data can be found. Next, you have the HTML markup language, the hypertext markup language, which can be used to format the pages on the web. It is generally responsible for static portions of your web pages. Means to find anything which is static, to find any the data regarding the static portions on your web pages, the HTML is used. So both XML and HTML looks alike, but HTML is used to format the web documents, whereas XML is used to describe the the structured data. Then you have the JavaScript. It is a scripting language you can use to add the dynamic behavior to your gadgets. So this Google search, desktop search is a lightweight, free downloadable application that brings Google search information on your computer. So the application operates locally on the user's computer, where it provides different capabilities. Means it is going to find the information on the local computer. So it has a system-wide search. The user can search across their email and a wide range of files and information, such as emails in the Microsoft Outlook or Outlook and Outlook Express, files in Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and text, website history in the Internet Explorer, and instant messages, chats in OL instant messages. So it is going to search the entire system. Okay, so it searches your emails, your Outlook Express, your Microsoft Outlook. It searches your MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, your text files, as well as your history in the Internet Explorer and the instant message chats in the instant messenger. And it has a high speed searching capability. You know that the when you are using Google search, it is going to display the search results within a fraction of second. So billions of web pages, their references are actually been shown. Likewise, this particular gadget, the Google desktop search, is built with the same type of technology, where it searches the single hard drive in a very less time, and it is easy to access to desktop results via google.com. So what you can do here is it enables the users to search both their computer and web simultaneously. So when users search through the google.com, either from the home page or Google toolbar, so Google desktop search runs the same search in parallel and on the user's computers. Means if you are looking for any information, that information is also means searched not only on the web. In fact, parallelly it is searched on your desktop also. And if your desktop is having some relevant results regarding the search item, those results will be added to your Google.com search results page. So it means that the user does not decide need not decide about whether they have to search for their web or the computer there. Okay, then you have the dynamic results. Unlike the traditional computer search software that updates once a day, so this Google search updates continuously for most files types. Means see this search software updates once a day. So it's once a day it is going to update. But whereas in case of this Google's desktop search, it updates continuously for most files. Most files, when a user downloads a new file, email in the Outlook, for example, it can be found within the second using the Google desktop search. Okay, so that is about this Google gadgets. Then you have the Google Data APIs, where the Google Data APIs provide a simple standard protocol for reading and writing data on the web. So they encompass a broad range of business functions that can be used to link your applications within and outside the cloud. So what you can do here is you can use this APIs, the Google Data APIs. So they provide the standard protocols and reading and writing the data on the web. So they have the different business functions that can be used to link your applications within and outside your cloud. So within the applications, within your own applications, you can business functions. You can link up the applications as well as you can link with the cloud. So they also developed on the REST style, the representational state transfer style APIs. So these are the means these APIs are developed using this REST style, the representational style state transfer style APIs, and they are based upon the Atom publishing protocol and uses Atom syndication format to represent data and HTTP to handle communication. Okay, so Google data APIs include the Google APIs, Google base data APIs, the Blogger data APIs, the Google search data APIs, the calendar data APIs, the code search data APIs, contacts data API. Okay, documents list API, finance portfolio data APIs, health data APIs, notebook data APIs, web albums data APIs, spreadsheets, tools data, as well as the YouTube data. So what you can do here is you can link up this. These are having the various APIs here where we can link up this. You can use these APIs to link up our applications, and you can use them either within our system or using the cloud also. Then this Google has actually partnered with Salesforce.com, so making it easier for the developers to create applications for cloud computing. So Salesforce.com and both Google have been partnered with each other, making the developers uh, to build their applications easy. So this Post.com toolkit for Google Data APIs provide a set of tools and services to allow developers to take advantage of Google Data APIs, a common set of standard APIs for interacting with the data in the Google services within their applications and projects on Post.com. So what you can do here is the Post.com toolkit actually for Google Data APIs provides set of tools and services. So Post.com is toolkit is providing set of tools and services for Google Data APIs, which can be used by the developers. Uh, a common set of standard APIs for interacting with the data in Google services within their applications and projects. Means, whatever the applications and projects which are developing on Post.com. So with the Salesforce.com, what you can do here is you can use this Google Data APIs to connect it on another using the set of tools and services which are provided by this Post.com. Okay, the APIs can be freely available. They are available on the respective websites, either on the Post.com or the Google website. So this alliance between the Salesforce.com and Google gives the developers a multi-cloud computing platform for building and running the applications. It's a multi-cloud computing platform in the sense both the Salesforce.com and Google are big giants under the providing the cloud services to the user. So you can use this multi-cloud computing platform. So this Post.com PAS, as we have studied earlier, that Post.com is a platform as a service which provides platform as a service. The Post.com PAS and Google's open APIs and technologies enable the creation of powerful applications delivered on that. So what you can do here is you can use both of them to create more powerful applications. Additionally, the Post.com toolkit for the Google Data APIs creates new opportunities for the developers and the ISVs, the uh, independent software vendors, to extend their widely adopted Salesforce for Google APIs. So this partnership, this toolkit gives developers and the partners the ability to create business applications that extend Google's Salesforce.com for Google Apps, as well as build entirely new applications to help customers run their business in the cloud. So that is explanatory where this toolkit is actually helping the developers and the partners to create business applications that extend Salesforce.com for Google Apps, as well as to build entirely new applications. Means what you can do here is you can combine them, you can build up the new applications, you can build up the applications, otherwise you can have completely new applications which can be built to help the customers run their business in the cloud. Next, we have the GoGrid, another organization which is actually providing you this API. So the GoGrid is a web service that allows developers to control their interaction with the GoGrid's cloud hosting infrastructure. Means this is an API. Uh, the GoGrid is an API which is actually having um, which is a web service which is allowing the developers to control the accessing of interaction of the cloud hosting infrastructure. So it provides a two-way communication for controlling the GoGrid's control panel functionality. So using this, what you can do is you can auto scale the network servers. Means what you can do here is the auto scaling is possible. Either you can take them up or bring them down as per the requirement of the servers to the users, as well as you can list the assigned public and private IP addresses. Means what you can do here is using this APIs you can find the list of assigned public and private IP addresses, as well as deleting the servers. You can delete the servers as required, and you can have the listing billing details also. So it is also an using the like a API query interface, the representational state transfer technology. So it is designed for individuals who want to programmatically control their cloud hosting infrastructure over the internet. So if you want to control your cloud hosting infrastructure, what you can do here is you can go for this GoGrid's web service. So this API requires you to be GoGrid customers. So first you need to be a GoGrid customer and you have the technical knowledge and programming skills. So general languages used under GoGrid is Java, PHP, Python, and Ruby. Then we have the Apex, one of the most worldwide used enterprise for web services, handling more than 50% of Salesforce.com service transactions. So this is an web service API which is making possible to access and manage a complex data relationship. So using this Apex, you can manage the complex data relationships such as a set of information about an account, all the products that uh, they have bought, and all their contacts in a single request. Means what you can do here is you can get the information about an account, the contacts, as well as the products they have bought in a single request. So this capability enables to database join functionality enhance both the speed and simplicity. Means if same type of information is required where you need to have the information about the contacts, the products you have bought, as well as the accounting information. You need to have different queries which are written in the database and join them. But here, all those have been compiled in a single request and they are being delivered to you. So because of this, they enhances both the speed and simplicity of interaction and will be unique, and it is the feature which is unique to your Apex API. So this Apex is a development platform for building software as a service applications on the top of Salesforce.com CRM. So it is an development platform which is used for building a software as service for the Salesforce.com CRM, the customer relationship management functionality. By using Apex, developers can access Salesforce.com backend database. They can have the backend database and the client server interfaces to create SAS applications. This API allows developers to use SAS components like web widgets, and multi-tenant databases without the need to develop much of the infrastructure traditionally associated with this SAS programs. So we have the three tools which are used in this Apex: the Apex Builder, the Apex API, and the Apex Code. An Apex Builder, it is an on-demand component allowing easily drag and drop customization with a limited set of features. So what you can do here is the readily available feature options will be there. You can simply drag and drop them and you can start using those features. Of course, those are limited. Then you have the Apex API, a method for retrieving raw data from Salesforce.com. So we have an API which is actually used to retrieve a raw data from the Salesforce.com servers. The APIs is used by the programs that are internal to Salesforce.com, like Java applications that need to access the information on the client's Salesforce.com account. Okay, then you have the Apex code. It is a programming language that is executed on the Salesforce.com servers. So it offers the flexibility in developing by using the Apex API while reducing the number of calls between the client and server. So it is actually having a flexibility in developing by using the Apex API, and it reduces the number of calls between the client and server. So here you have a sample code which is written, a trigger-based code, which is in general written in Java. Okay, we can go through them. Then we need to talk about the web browsers. So if you are talking about the web browsers now, so I will just give you the introductory part here, and then I will continue in the next class about this web browsers. Now, to access any cloud-based applications, it is in general that we use uh, uh, we generally use the web browsers. Web browsers are used. So most of the applications are interacted and they can be browsed via web browsers. Now, there are a number of web browsers which are being uh, available to us. So if you have the statistics of which one you should use, so that is actually up to you. Means if suppose if we are interested in one type of browser, we will stick on to that. See, in my system I have the Mozilla Firefox also, as well as the Google Chrome and Internet Explorer, but I generally prefer Google Chrome. Likewise, there are different kinds of browsers which are available. That may be cases that you means there is might be a case where when you can't use anything but Microsoft Internet Explorer, for most of the part, you should be able to use any browsers you want. Means there is a time where Internet Explorer enjoyed the full market. So here, one general statistics is given. See here. So in 2008, the market share of the web browsers which are available. So your Internet Explorer is occupying the entire most of the market share, about 60, almost 70%, 69.77%. Okay, but all you need is you need not use you need not go for this same browser, so you can choose yours. So if you just see the current statistics of the web browsers which are available to us, and see the difference, how drastically it has been changed. Okay. Mm. You can observe here, you can see these statistics that let it browse. Now, you can observe in this, there are some 30, 28, 38 entries are there. So we'll just talk about only the few which were known to us. See, in 2008, more than 60, 70% nearly market share is of Internet Explorer. Then you can have the Mozilla Firefox accounts 20.78%, the Apple Safari 7.13, while the Google Chrome accounts only for less than 1% in the market, 0.98%. But now today, see the market share, the Google Chrome occupies almost the same percentage, 69.28% of the market share. Okay, and Edge, the Internet Explorer, means the product coming from the Microsoft is of 7.75%. Then you have the Firefox, which has fallen to 7.48%. Then you have the Internet Explorer, then the Safari and other browsers which are in general being used. So that's a drastic change which has come in this area where people started choosing their own browsers, so which is more helpful for you, which is more effective for you, and they have started using them. So in this particular topic, what we are going to do now is we will discuss about the various top web browsers in the market at that time. So we will talk the current features also parallelly. We'll talk about the Internet Explorer, the Firefox, then we have the mm, Safari, then Chrome. We'll discuss and we'll conclude this particular topic in the next class. Okay. So thank you. See you in the next class.